Hello students, good morning, welcome to my channel. In this episode, we are going to discuss the discriminant of the quadratic equation and the based on discriminant, the applications of quadratic equations, the roots, the behavior of the roots. We will discuss in this episode. See that first, what is the discriminant of the definition? The value or the real number, simply the real number b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant of the quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. The real number b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant of quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. It is denoted by delta or capital D. That is delta equal to capital D equal to b square minus 4ac. This value is called discriminant of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. We take one example. Find the discriminant of the quadratic equation 3x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. First, what we have to do? Simple steps. Given quadratic equation 3x square plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. This quadratic equation you have to compare with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So after comparing this, here a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to minus 5. They are asking to calculate discriminant. So now discriminant delta equal to b square minus 4ac, which is equal to b square, so 4 square minus 4 into a value is 3 and c value is minus 5, which is equal to 16 minus into minus plus 4 3 is 12, 12 5 is 60, which is equal to 76. Therefore, the discriminant of the given quadratic equation is 76. Now, the nature of the roots or the behavior of the roots. To discuss the nature of the roots, we have to consider the following cases. The case, case 1, alpha comma beta are the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then this nature of roots depends on delta. Delta means discriminant of the quadratic equation. Then we have the formulas alpha plus beta and all. In the denominator 1, first case, delta is greater than 0 if and only if alpha comma, here before going to discuss this one, then a, b, c are real numbers. Real numbers is separate case and second case is rational numbers. So then a, b, c are real numbers. In that first case, delta is greater than 0 if and only if alpha and beta are real and distinct. Suppose if it is delta equal to 0, if and only if alpha and beta are equal and these two values are equal to minus b by 2a. If the roots are equal, minus b by 2a it will becomes. The roots are equal. And come to the third case, delta is less than 0 if and only if alpha and beta are conjugate, that means complex numbers and conjugate to each other. These are the about case 1. Once again I am explaining that alpha beta are the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, and a, b, c are real numbers if delta is greater than 0 if and only if alpha beta are real and distinct. If delta equal to 0 if and only if alpha and beta are equal and alpha beta is equal to minus b by 2a. If delta is less than 0 if and only if alpha and beta are complex numbers and conjugate to each other. We will discuss the second case. Before going to discuss second case, here alpha and beta are not only equal, real and equal here. I forgot to write here, real and equal, and then alpha plus alpha equal to beta equal minus b by 2a. In the second case, a, b, c are rational numbers, rational numbers. Now we will discuss one by one. Delta is greater than 0 if and only if alpha and beta, delta is greater than 0 here, very important condition, delta is greater than 0 and is a perfect square, delta is greater than 0 and it is perfect square if and only if alpha and beta are rational and distinct. Come to the second case, delta greater than 0, two cases are there here. That means compared with previous case, we are going to get one more extra term here, extra step. Delta is greater than 0 and is not a perfect square, is not perfect square, if and only if, whenever it is not perfect square, alpha and beta are irrational, alpha and beta are irrational, and whenever it is irrational and conjugate surds, conjugate surds. Conjugate surds means what? The surd means it is in the form of a plus root b, a minus root b, like these forms are there, or root a plus b, root a minus b, like these forms, and which are conjugate surds. And come to the third case, if delta equal to 0, delta equal to 0, if and only if alpha and beta are rational and equal, not distinct here, and equal. The last term, last case, delta equal to, delta is less than 0 now. Delta is less than 0. If and only if alpha and beta are complex numbers, that means imaginary or complex numbers, imaginary complex numbers, and conjugate to each other, and conjugate to each other. After that, we are going to discuss the problems which are related to these cases, sum of the roots, product of the roots, and find the equation of quadratic equation whose roots are alpha comma beta, and based on this we will discuss the questions. Next, results to remember. Some results are there. I am going to explain 3 to 5 important results. Results to remember. Regarding quadratic equation, for the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, suppose the first point in this, a plus b plus c is equal to 0. When it is possible, a plus b plus c equal to 0, substitute x is equal to 1 here. A into 1 square plus b into 1 plus c equal to 0. So that means x is equal to 1 is a root of this equation, quadratic equation. That means whenever a plus b plus c equal to 0, that implies 1 is a root of root, and another root, what will be we can expect? Another root is c by a is another root. You remember that is an important point. A plus b plus c equal to 0, that implies that 1 is the root. Clearly x equal to 1 if such root means a plus b plus c equal to 0 will come. Whenever 1 is a root and another root will be c by a, constant term by x square coefficient, like this you have to remember. That means product of the roots only, product of the roots is c by a. Suppose if it is a minus b plus c equal to 0, a minus b plus c equal to 0. When this condition will come, x is equal to minus 1 if you substitute in this. A into minus 1 whole square plus b into minus 1 plus c equal to 0. A minus bx plus c, minus b plus c. So, my a minus b plus c equal to 0 means minus 1 is a root, and whenever here minus is there, no negative, automatically here also negative will come, and minus c by a is another root. Is another root. And the third point is if difference of the roots, the difference of the roots 1. That is alpha minus beta is equal to 1. What goes? Alpha minus beta is equal to 1. What we are going to get it is, that implies that delta equal to a square will come. How we are saying that delta equal to a square, sir? We know that we have in previous classes, in previous sessions, I discussed that alpha minus beta is equal to square root of b square minus 4ac divided by mod a, I said in previous sessions. Whenever alpha minus beta is equal to 1, here 1 is equal to square root of b square minus 4ac means delta only, no? Divided by mod a, cross multiply. Mod a is equal to square root of delta, squaring on both sides. A square is equal to delta. That's what I said here. Delta equal to a square. When it will be happens? Whenever the difference of the roots alpha minus beta is equal to 1, then delta is equal to a square. Whenever the difference of the quadratic equation of the roots is equal to 1, then the discriminant will be equal to a square. Delta equal to a square. After that, I'll tell you. Let us discuss the fourth point. Point number 4. One root is negative of other. Negative of the other. One root is negative of the other. Obviously, in this quadratic equation, x coefficient should be equal to 0. Sir, why sir you are saying that b is equal to 0? Suppose for example, one root is x is equal to 1, another root is x is equal to minus 1. That means alpha is 1 and beta is minus 1. We know that quadratic equation, x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 1 into x minus of minus 1 plus 1 equal to 0. X square minus 1 is equal to a plus b divided by a square minus b square equal to 0. This equation you have to compare with ax square plus bx plus c. Compare with x square coefficient. X square coefficient a is equal to 1. Here there is no x term here. There is no x term means b value what? Goes to be 0. So that only I said here. One root is negative of the other, then b is equal to 0. You have to remember this. This equation will become ax square plus c equal to 0 or x square minus c equal to 0. Like this it will comes. Come to the fifth point. One root is reciprocal of other. Reciprocal of the other. That time what happens? I think that implies that a is equal to c will come. C. A is equal to c. How we are saying that? Suppose alpha is equal to 2 and beta is equal to 1 by 2. I am taking as examples. Here also is example for this. By taking different examples, you will get this subject knowledge. Like this, you have to do it. Alpha is equal to 2, beta equal to 1 by 2. The reciprocal of other root. 2 is the root. The reciprocal of other root is, other root will be, reciprocal means 1 by 2. So, you take x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. So, x minus 2 into x minus 1 by 2 equal to 0. So, x square minus x by 2 minus 2x plus 2 into 1 by 2. So 1 will come. So x square minus 5x by 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. After that multiplying by, so take LCM and all. 2x square minus 5x plus 2 equal to 0. This equation you have to observe that. Compare with ax square plus bx plus c. Now a is equal to 2. B is equal to minus 5 and C is equal to 2. So A value, B value, A value and C value both are equal only, no? That's what I said. One root is reciprocal of the other, then A is equal to C. Like this you have to learn that. And one more important condition. If the roots are in the ratio alpha is to beta is equal to m is to n, that time what condition we are going to get? Alpha is to beta. We know that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. So here alpha in terms of beta or beta in terms of alpha, you have to write it. Alpha by beta is equal to m by n. So alpha is equal to m beta divided by n. Now alpha in terms of beta. This alpha value substitute in this. So it will becomes m beta by n plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Take beta common. M by n plus 1 is equal to minus b by a. That implies, take LCM here, m plus n divided by n is equal to minus b by a. That implies beta is equal to cross multiply minus b by a into n divided by m plus n. This is the value of beta. Now alpha value substitute in this product of the roots also. Therefore, m beta divided by n into beta is equal to c by a, except beta square, beta into beta square is equal to this. We can take this side nc by ma. Beta value we know that now. Substitute in this. So beta square means minus b n divided by a into m plus n whole square is equal to nc divided by ma. That implies b square n square divided by a square into m plus n whole square, which is equal to nc by ma. Now here n get cancelled, here a get cancelled. Now cross multiply m into n into b square, mn into b square is equal to a into c m plus n whole square. You remember that the quadratic equation whose roots are in the ratio m is to n, then the condition is mn b square equal to ac into m plus n whole square. Like we suppose the quadratic equation, what is the condition? The quadratic equation whose roots are 2 is to 1, m is equal to 2, n is equal to 1. Substitute in this condition, you have to get the answer directly. Suppose if it is in the ratio 5 is to 6, in place of m5, in place of m6, substitute in this formula. Mn into b square equal to, here ac into m plus n whole square. Here product of the ratio is m is to n. Product of the ratio into, in the quadratic equation b square equal to, here ac, product of first term and last term constants, ac into sum of the ratio m plus n whole square. So mn into b square equal to ac into m plus n whole square. Like this we will discuss. After that we will start that some examples based on the roots and their properties. Let us take the first question. Find the roots of the equation 3x square plus 2x minus 5 equal to 0. First we have to write it. We know that, otherwise first given quadratic equation, simply given quadratic equation 3x square plus 2x minus 5 equal to 0. This quadratic equation you have to compare with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So here a is equal to 3, b is equal to 2 and c is equal to minus 5. The roots of the quadratic equation, the roots of the quadratic equation are alpha and beta, that is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now these values substitute in this, which is equal to minus b minus 2 plus or minus square root of b square, that means 2 square minus 4 into a value 3, b value minus 5. divided by 2 into a value is 3. X is equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 minus into minus plus 5 for the 20, 23 is the 60 divided by 2 into 3 6 which is equal to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 64 divided by 6. Root 64 is 8. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2 plus or minus 8 divided by 6 which is also equal to, first you write it plus minus 2 plus 8 divided by 6 and minus 2 minus 8 divided by 6. X is equal to minus 2 plus 8, 6 by 6 and minus 2 minus 8, minus 10 by 6. Here 6 get cancelled, here 2 5s are 2 3s are. Therefore, x is equal to 1 and minus 5 by 3. Therefore, the roots conclusive step. Therefore, the roots of given quadratic equation are 1 and minus 5 by 3. This question, not only by using these roots, by using factorization also we can do that. So that procedure also we can do that. Given quadratic equation 3x square plus 2x minus 5 equal to 0. In that factorization method, first constant into coefficient of x square into constant, which is equal to minus 15. Minus 15 you write as a product of two terms, sum of two terms. The product should be equal to minus 15 and sum of these two is equal to middle of the term, quadratic term. So we can minus 15, what is the possibilities? Plus 5 into minus 3. If you add these two, you will get 2. That will be there in this. If you product of these two is equal to minus 15. So we can express 2x as 5x minus 3x. 3x square plus 5x minus 3x minus 5 equal to 0. From these two 3x take common, from these two 5 take common. So 3x into x minus 1 plus 5 into x minus 1 is equal to 0. From these two terms again x minus 1 take common into 3x plus 5. So x minus 1 equal to 0 and 3x plus 5 equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 and 3x equal to minus 5, x is equal to minus 5 by 3. Therefore this is alpha, this is beta. Therefore the roots of the quadratic equation are 1 and minus 5 by 3. We'll continue in the next class the different models in quadratic equations. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe and share to the needy people, and you can write my inbox if you have any queries regarding this concept. Thank you very much.